Hello, is this a walking tour?
Yeah, so we're supposed to meet, yeah.
Okay, who is the guide?
Not your guy.
Oh, you are customers waiting for the tour, okay. Yeah, and I'm going to film today, it's okay?
Yeah, it's alright, I don't mind.
Yeah.
Hey, I'm Ishmael, man, nice to meet you.
Hello.
Ishmael, nice to meet you. Nice to meet you.
I have an announcement, I'm a YouTuber. If anyone does not want to be in the film, just avoid my camera.
I don't think we don't mind, you know. Like
some people have some situations, you know. It's better to just tell people. Yeah, thank you. Okay.
All right.
Yeah.
There's still lots of individuals who actually eat and drink alcohol. Like I even drink alcohol. Even more, right? But you young people,
what the guide told us is the majority of people here are Muslim, but they are different from other countries because they don't really practice Muslim, and they drink and eat something like that. Anyway, it's not as strict as other Muslim countries.
And this is the clock tower, which was built 200 years after the mosque was built, and it was used for the exchange rates, for the praying times of both Catholic and Muslim, which is quite a nice thing.
Thank you. Another question.
Yeah, sure thing.
I'm not so good with my hearing, and when you're walking along, if you're saying something of interest, I don't hear it. You're talking about it.
I see.
So if you find a nice game spot like this.
Oh, I see. I'm deeply sorry about this.
That's okay.
No worries.
That would make it easier for me.
Yeah, sure thing. I'll try.
I'm a bit there.
Yeah. Shall we continue?
I have a question. This is Albanian flag.
That is the organization of the ex-prisoners. You know, like nowadays the whole object is being used from the ex-prisoners.
So the other flag is their flag.
Yeah, the other flag is the organization's flag.
Okay.
The one represents us ethnically, which is Albania. Like we're basically Albanians as well. The second one represents our state identity, which is Kosovo, and the third one is the organization, and the fourth one is still the Albanian flag.
So this is the biggest mosque in town.
Biggest mosque in the area.
Okay.
That's correct. And say the classy or something like that.
Oh no, he said doesn't recognize.
We'll say it again because we cannot hear. You're like a private tour. You're like a private tour. You're like you can talk for one person.
I see.
And I think the gentleman is just get lost.
Yeah.
See, and please say it again. What was the 6 countries? So you say something?
Argentina, China. Russia.
I was just mentioning that. I'm sorry.
No, it's okay.
Yeah,
what was the question again?
Yeah, sure thing. So
what was the question again?
Which important countries don't recognize the
don't recognize? Yeah.
The important countries that don't recognize Kosovo are Brazil, Russia. Usually the states that have partnerships with Russia.
Exactly.
For example, even India, Brazil, Russia, and Argentina as well, and some kind of
and China.
China as well, yeah.
Okay.
And even Spain in Europe, Slovakia, Greece, because they have problems inside of them with Cyprus, and even Spain has problems with Catalonia, so they choose not to accept the Kosovo's.
But we don't have any internal problems in my country, Argentina.
Yeah, I don't think so that you have, but it's kind of a more like in between two fronts, you know. So like.
But Falklands Wars, so it's kind of being the opposite of the UK.
Yeah, that's the thing. Yeah, so
that's why
UK is
like,
kind
the
of
UK recognizes it. Why recognize it?
Actually,
you have the Falkland Wars.
Apart from recognizing Kosovo, UK is actually supports Kosovo in any kind of direction. So I could say that's why, you know, like I could totally agree with that as well. All right, shall we continue?
Okay, let's go.
Hello. More spiritual meat in that sense. Because there's a story connected to that, and small shops that are totally Ottoman Empire influenced, you know, like there's gold selling markets all around the city, all around the bazaar, and they basically are the same. They'll sell the same stuff, you know, the same industry is concentrated in Kyiv, and I don't know personally how they managed to sell all of the same stuff, to be honest, but they managed to sell it at the end of the day. And an Albanian female, for example, if she wants to marry or if she chooses to marry, she goes to these gold places first.
Oh, sorry, what was that? Can't hardly hear.
Yeah.
Wait, can you say that again about the wedding thing?
Yes. The weddings are quite a bit.
Can we stop here to talk because you're walking talk? We cannot hear. I repeat, this gentleman again. Yes, stop and talk. Stop and talk. Otherwise, we can't hear.
The shops in Kyiv sell basically the same thing, including traditional wedding clothes right there, the golden ones right there. So weddings are quite a traditional thing in Kosovo as well, and even in Balkans all around. So people try to show up all the time and buy this gold stuff, and they invite 500 people in their own parties. As we know, the economical situation of Kosovo is not that traditional, rather than a religion influence, I would say so. Yeah, so, and there's this building right there which was destroyed in the war time. Unfortunately, plenty of the buildings which have been bombed or even destroyed in the wartime in Prishtina have been reconstructed. Fortunately, because as we know, it's not a big place, and the people needed their own homes back, and they just reconstructed. But they had the help of the internationals as well. Wow. Yeah, that's why.
So you say average income is how much?
The average income is like 250, 300 euros per month.
Okay, around 300.
Around 300, yeah, that is correct.
Like in the States, there's a lot of
in government, and it's some kind of a sign in between the love, the unity, and the brotherhood between the other ethnicities. In this case, between Albanians, Serbians, and other ethnicities which used to live in the socialist Yugoslavia. But unfortunately, and I'm sorry, I forgot to say that there's lots of these kind of buildings, the same ones that have been built all around Yugoslavia, in the capital cities of Yugoslavia as well. And the bad thing about it is that actually nationalism affected Yugoslavia's fall, unfortunately. Even though it was created against anti-nationalist movements. And table tennis table, which is right there. And this basically shows up our dialogue between Serbia and Kosovo. Like the conversation in between and the problems that we have with this kind of a dialogue, unfortunately.
Can you explain the meaning of this again?
The meaning of this
is
basically the dialogue between the Serbia and Kosovo. Yeah, and the
wall
being
there's a wall.
Yeah, like the wall represents basically the northern Mitrovica and the disagreements between the two ethnicities.
What do you call the town? Northern Mitrovica?
Mitrovica, yeah. But no,
You mean that this side is cheaper?
This side is twice expensive more than
Serbia?
Than Northern Mitrovica, I'm sorry. Because Northern Mitrovica hasn't evolved in the sense of the city. It has stayed as a Yugoslavian city, you know, like it is a part of the Yugoslavia still nowadays. Like there's still Yugoslavian flags there, Serbian flags, and everybody, nobody uses euro, for example, there, and there's no sign of Kosovo or even Europe or even Serbia there.
But is it inside Kosovo territory?
It is inside Kosovo territory. Okay, that is true.
So what he said was this side is cheaper? Here is cheaper than Serbia.
The people in Kosovo, can they all get Albanian passports?
Yeah, that is true. That is quite of a nice question, because I'm going to do that the same as well. So the thing is that we are unfortunately not allowed to go to specific countries in the European Union, so we are forced to take the Albanian passport or even the Serbian passport. Some individuals do that. But if you want to take the Albanian passport, you just need to be a resident in Albania, everywhere in Albania for a year, and you have the rights as an ethnical Albanian, of course, to get the Albanian passport.
Or marry an Albanian.
Yeah, or marrying an Albanian.
Can you go to Serbia on a Kosovo passport?
Yeah, that is true. You can go to Serbia with a Kosovo passport, but usually they turn you around. Like, it is more preferable to go with an ID card. because like passport represents automatically a state, and identity card represents it's not a state alike, you know, like that's the thing. That's what they think.
So you get a Kosovo ID card, and then you can go to Serbia.
Exactly.
And you can so you have to be an Albanian to get an Albanian passport. Can you just get a Serbian passport?
That is true, you can do that, and it's far more easier to do that, to go to Belgrade to take the Serbian passport, but nowadays the European Union made some regulations in the passport things, so if you come from the Kosovo's area, you're not allowed, you don't have a Schengen right, even though you have a Serbian passport, so it's kind of a...
Oh, tricky.
Yeah, cheeky, super cheeky.
I have a question, practical question. So we cannot travel from Kosovo to Serbia, but if we come from Serbia, can we go this town, both sides?
Exactly, you can.
But we cannot go from this side to the other side.
That is correct. Yeah, if you go from Montenegro, Macedonia, or even Albania to Kosovo, then to Serbia, you're not allowed to do that.
Yeah, I mean this.
From Serbia, you can go back to.
Yeah,
Serbia.
I know.
Yeah.
I mean this town, this little.
Northern Mitrovica.
Yeah.
Northern Mitrovica
People
hasn't
go
got.
through the hole.
Yeah, probably. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, oh no.
It's good.
Yeah.
Years when the Tito, which was a Croatian president, took over. Tito, yeah, Josip Broz Tito. That is correct. And he actually made a university especially for the Albanian language, which we didn't have until 1971, which we will see soon. And afterwards, he made, we didn't see soon, and afterwards he made he signed up the autonomy of Kosovo as a region. So we basically choose for them ourselves in the 70s, but in the 90s, the major problem why the war was caused was this, to be honest. That we actually, Serbia and Slobodan Milosevic took our autonomy, he scrapped. He really threw the autonomy away from the old Yugoslavian law, and he put another laws which put Kosovo in terms of as a part of Serbia. I'm sorry, and that's why the wars in Balkans started, to be honest.
So even young people here, they think Yugoslavia time is better than now?
Oh yeah, that is correct. Most of the people who used to be in the Yugoslavia, living in Yugoslavia, used to enjoy their life more than they do now, to be honest. Because like, it's more of it was a socialist country, and in a socialist country, everybody was supported, even though like every person, if he was fortunate or unfortunate, was supported from the government itself. So nowadays it's kind of a more different, like, and people see it more differently, and they're a little bit suspicious about nowadays society, nowadays political structure of Kosovo. Macedonia, but they were calling themselves old Europe.
No, llegamos ayer. Ayer a la noche.
From this, so it was considered as a fascinating building back in time, and it is our most important hotel, but nowadays it is not functional, to be honest. The first floor works as a coffee shop, and the second floor works as a fitness club, but the 13th floor works as a nightclub.
So this was built in 1970s. One of the most important hotels in the town, but now it's not functioning anymore.
A Croatian architect named Alexander Krajnjević, and first of all, like the concept was to be implemented in Southeast Asia, but the architect wasn't agreeing with that, so he moved it back to his homeland, which was Croatia. But he didn't get implemented there as well because it was rated as ugly, so it got implemented in Prishtina. In the 1982, the domes, the white domes represent the brain, and the metal structures represent the neurons, the connections between the neurons themselves. And apart from that, we have the Church of the Christ Savior right there, which was established in the 1995. and it belongs to the heritage of the Orthodox Serbian culture. It was made from the Slobodan Milošević itself, since he wanted to make Serbian education policies in Kosovo. He wanted to connect this church with the National Library and the whole universities as well. And by the time he shut down the Albanian universities and the Albanian high schools, and nobody was allowed to learn Albanian, basically, like, unfortunately. But he didn't succeed because NATO forces intervened in Kosovo and in Serbia and cancelled the building of the church and building of all the stuff in Kosovo as well.
So this is built in 1982. 1982.
Exactly. Yeah.
Okay.
And,
I mean, great.
yeah. That would have been great. Like a definite total good attraction for the tourists. Yeah. Yeah, original. Yeah, definitely. All right. Shall we continue?
Excuse me. I
Yeah,
have
sure
to,
thing.
I have
Yeah,
to
sure,
go.
I'm sorry.
Yes. Thank you so much.
Oh,
I have something else.